Big Baby Miller here. Listen, we knocking on all bums. First it's going to be Dylan White, if it's going to be Joseph Parker. But you know who got the story right? Mr. Boxing Today. You check him out. He got all the latest news on the heavyweight division. And if you don't know me, you soon will. Because I'm kicking everybody ass.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? All right, man. So I'm on BoxingScene.com. Anthony Joshua, no problem fighting Luis Ortiz, but Pulev is next. All right, now we know Eddie Hearn has been talking about this for months now. He's made it clear that regardless of the title situation or how it goes, the fighter that they will be fighting after Klitschko, whether they rematched him or not, and he retired, would be Pulev. All right, so if it was up to me, you guys are asking me who I would want Joshua to face. I would like for him to hold on to that WBA title and face Luis Ortiz. That, to me, that fight would make the most sense. But they're going to fulfill the IBF. All right, so let me just read what Joshua had to say about all this. He says, I'm not turning Vegas down. I'd go. But for the people, it's easier. All right. My heart always tells me the UK because a lot of people that have supported me since the amateurs are from here. And it gives them a chance to come down and watch a heavyweight title fight without having to travel. I know people will always make the effort, but sometimes you want to make it as easy as possible for them. Klitschko's unfortunately retired. It was a fight I was looking forward to again, but everything happens for a reason, and I know I have to go and compete with one of my mandatory challengers. My mandatory with Pulev has been ongoing for a year. The mandatory with Luis Ortiz has been going on for 2 months. I've had obligations in place for the past year. The IBF let me and Klitschko have a unification fight. We had to sign an agreement that straight after Klitschko fight, I would fight Pulev, provided there's not a rematch. Okay? But then, you know, I've heard the manager of Jay Jimenez, the manager of Luis Ortiz, rebuttal that statement that Joshua made, you know, so. But it's going to be Pulev regardless. I guess we'll see what the WBA is going to do. All right, but let's see here. I'd fight Ortiz next if he was the next person in line before Pulev, he said. My team, we sit down and talk, figure out what's the best and move forward. I love fighting for the belts. It's history. But what's advised for me in my career in the long term has to be weighed up. I would definitely fight my 2 mandatories because they're exciting. It's just if one's patient or wants the belts now. People just say they want to fight me. They don't really want to fight me. Just the rewards that come with fighting me. They'll get their turn. As long as boxing politics, the landscape, doesn't stop me from fighting, the rules and regulations have to be in place to make it interesting. No problem, if that's the case. If I have to get stripped, no problem at all. No problem at all. Okay, then Anthony Joshua was speaking as part of StubHub's The London. Okay. All right, so if I have to get stripped, no problem at all. Now, some fans will argue, well, why not just get stripped of your IBF and keep the WBA, because the Ortiz fight is a fight that more people will be excited about. Now, I know some fans will argue and say, no, I'm excited for the Pulev fight more than I am the Ortiz fight. And I think that's a small percent of fans. I think most fans would be more excited for the Ortiz fight. Pulev is a good fighter. He is a top 10 type of fighter. I've seen some fans have him in their top 5 or whatever. I think he is a top 10, anywhere from 7 to 10, somewhere in there, type of fighter. He had his chance at a title. You know, he came up short. And after that, he beat Derek Chisora by split decision. And then he stayed busy against old Samuel Peter and Kevin Johnson. So, and rather than, you know, and it's not like he has this massive resume of, you know, beating all these great fighters. He's a good talent himself. He's a former Olympian. He actually lost to Oscar Rivas in the Olympics, but he's a solid fighter, man. He has a good jab. He's a solid fighter, you know. But I think the public will rather see Joshua fight Ortiz. All right. I don't know if the WBA is going to strip him. I know Luis Ortiz's team came out and said that if they're skipped over, that they will take this to court if they're skipped over for and Joshua fights Pulev. But it seems as if Eddie Hearn and Joshua is what they're talking about is Pulev. So we're going to see what the WBA is going to do about all this. I know a lot of fans were suggesting that why would the WBA want to strip Joshua when he's making the most money? You can get the bigger sanctioning fees when he's holding the title, which makes sense. But Ortiz and his team, they seem hell-bent on taking this to court. I'm not sure how successful they will do in court. So I guess we'll have to see about all that. But then it says, but then Joshua said here that, let me see, another part that caught my attention. He says, people just say they want to fight me. They don't really want to fight me. Just the rewards that come with fighting me. They'll get their turn. Do I think there are some heavyweights out there that probably just want to fight Joshua just because of the big payday? I'm sure there are. I mean, this is prize fighting. I'm sure there are some guys out there that would love to get in the ring with Joshua, whether they win or lose, whether they get sparked in a round or two, just for the payday. He's right. There are some guys out there. But I also believe there are some guys out there that, yes, they want the rewards, that come with fighting Anthony Joshua. Just like Joshua and Klitschko got put together, shit, Joshua wanted some of those rewards of fighting Klitschko too. You know what I mean? It goes hand in hand here. But I also believe there's guys out there that do want to fight him for the big purse, and because there are some guys out there that I think they could beat the guy. I really believe that Luis Ortiz wants to fight him for his title shot, and that Josh is one of the if I had to do a rankings right now and I had to rank the top heavyweights, I would have Joshua #1 on my ratings. Doesn't mean I think he beats everybody, and dominates for the next 10, 15 years. Time will tell. But if I had to rate right now, what's today? August 17th, he will be #1 on my ratings. So I'm not going to front on Anthony Joshua. I like Anthony Joshua, just like I like Wilder and Ortiz, all these guys, man. I like watching them all fight. But I think Wilder, Ortiz, Jarrell Miller, there's some guys out there that I think want to genuinely fight the guy. Of course they want the payday. I mean, who doesn't want to get paid? But I think they really believe that they can beat the guy. Even Dillian White, a guy that Josh was already stopped and knocked out, I think he genuinely really wants to fight Joshua again. I think he'll fight Joshua 10 times. Because I think he just really wants that fight again. Just like he really wanted to fight him the first time. I think he really wants to fight him again. To try to get some get back, try to get his revenge. Along with the payday. You know what I mean? And yes, the rewards, that come with fighting him is, well, if he has 2 titles, you'll be a unified champion. You'll get a good payday. And you can take some of his fame and luster, after you beat him. So but I don't think that every fighter just wants the rewards and they really don't, as he put it, don't really want to fight him. I don't believe that. Some of you may believe it, that nobody wants to fight him and he scares people. Okay, that's fine too. But me, I really believe there are some guys out there that really genuinely want to fight him to prove that they're the best, get the payday, take his titles, that type of thing, and really conquer the division. Usually heavyweights, man, historically, yes, guys wanted a shot at Mike Tyson because he was the cash cow and thing, but because some guys really thought that they can beat him, man. Lennox Lewis really thought he can beat Mike Tyson. Evander Holyfield really believed he can beat Mike Tyson. There are some guys that really think that, that they can beat these top guys that make the money. Mayweather was dying for that De La Hoya fight, not just to get the big payday and all, because he really felt he can beat the guy too. On top of getting the rewards. That's just my opinion on it. Not really much else to say about this, man. I would like for him to fight Pulev here in Vegas, but it seems like Cardiff, and again, they've been talking about that for a while, so it's no surprise that Cardiff is going to be the place that the fight, where the fight will take place. But that would be the venue, the city. Where's it going to be? Cardiff, Wales, I think. Yeah, so I would love Vegas, being that over here in the States, and I would love to watch Joshua fight prime time. I'm not sure how Pulev versus Joshua would do at the T-Mobile. I'm not sure about all that, but I know in the UK it's going to be big because it's an Anthony Joshua fight, you know. So, what do you guys think about this, man? Do you guys think that as Joshua put it, nobody really wants to fight him? They just want the rewards that come along with fighting him. Do you guys really think that every heavyweight, top heavyweight, feels that way, or do you guys think that they not only want the rewards, but they really want to fight him to prove that they can beat him, that they're better than him? What do you guys think about all that, man? And we think about him saying that if he gets stripped, he gets stripped. If it's that situation, do you think he should hold on to the IBF or WBA, or do you think he should just let the WBA go and just go forward with Pulev? Seems as if that's what they're going to do. They've been talking about that forever. Only thing we can really do, man, we can speculate, but we need to just sit back and wait and see how all this is going to pan out. But you guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm out.